All good?
Okay. Hi, teacher Alma.
Hi.
Okay. As I said, we need the practical episode for the IELTS. Let us start with the listening.
Okay.
Our class should be taken next Monday, next week.
Okay. No
Okay.
problem.
Now, now let us first of all, please introduce yourself to this our website. Welcome to Canada in 1 minute, please. Teacher Alma, say.
Oh, wait, stop. One more time. What do I have to say? Then you can start.
Okay, teacher Alma, let's just give us a rough idea about your experience in the IELTS and the TOEFL. Okay. And also give us a rough idea how to prepare ourselves for the listening. And next week, okay, we will discuss all the listening cases, and we'll share them in the Facebook. And in this class, just prepare or introduce ourselves for the IELTS and the listening in general. Please start.
So just the listening in general.
Okay. Okay.
Well, hi. My name is Alma, and I'm an English language professor. I have been working for the Cambly website for about a year and a half, and I have helped my students prepare for tests like IELTS, TOEFL, and TOEIC. I have been working with the IELTS test for about 3 years now, and I have had great experience with all of my students which had amazing results in the IELTS test. So when it comes to the listening part, there are multiple questions or types of questions that you have to answer for the listening part. But for all of them, you have specific tricks and tips on how to solve them the best way possible. Now, listening might be very difficult for you because there are different accents in the listening tape that you're going to hear in the real test. But with a little bit of practice and exercise, I think you can overcome. There is one main point that you have to follow in all of the questions for the IELTS test, and that is keywords. So if you manage to focus your mind on the keywords, it's going to be very easy to find all the answers for the IELTS test. When it comes to different types, we're going to have to do that individually. Because you need to have an explanation for each type of the questions individually to be able to understand how.
Okay, teacher Alma, as you know, in the listening, maybe there are 8 kinds of questions. Yes, questions such as maybe filling the missing word, multiple choices, labeling the diagram, maybe following the diagram, maybe matching the heading. Okay, yes. And next episodes we need to maybe explain, okay, and why our maybe discuss about every point and how to catch the correct answers. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, you have to know how to catch the correct answers because the listening part of the test is not very long. So, for example, let's say that you are doing a multiple choice questions for the IELTS test. You will have approximately 5 to 6 questions. Sometimes they're going to be longer, sometimes they're going to be extremely short. When it comes to longer questions, you need to carefully read the question and select the most important point in that question. So, for example, if the question says the professor in the Cambridge University focused on the research topic of animals, you're going to find what is the keyword in this question. So, professor, focus, research point. So when you find the main point of your question, it's going to be very easy to follow the listening tape or the recording to find your answer. But as I said, it takes a little bit of practice to get into it and to be able to find the answers the best way possible.
Okay. During the preparation for the IELTS, especially for the listening, do you advise the seekers just to focus on the materials of listening, such as Cambridge materials for practicing, or to differ the materials listening for radio, for movies, or specific supportive materials? What's your opinion?
Well, when it comes to IELTS test, the main focus should be on the IELTS materials, yes, because there is a great possibility that many of those topics are going to be repeated in the text, which is good. But when it comes to the listening in general and improving your listening skills, no, you should not focus only on the IELTS materials. You have to broaden your horizons a little bit. So from listening to radio to TV to podcasts, different kinds of videos, YouTube, or other internet sources, you have to employ a lot of these things to improve your listening skills. But when it comes to IELTS, the major focus should be on IELTS materials.
Okay, as you know, teacher Alma, maybe the words or vocabulary in the IELTS listening, I think they are repeated a lot. Okay,
A lot.
a lot.
They are very much repeated. And you can also find the list of most used vocabulary or words for the IELTS test with some very good explanations. And majority of these words is repeated throughout the IELTS test.
Okay, then teacher Alma, let us agree our class should be taken in next Monday. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe 9:30 p.m. KSA or 10. I'll confirm. Next, please let us discuss all kinds of questions for the listening, and please prepare practical example. Okay.
No problem, definitely.
And I do understand you have deep experience when you prepare your students, such as Khalid, and Khalid was maybe maybe
he was my most valuable student, actually.
yes, and also maybe after this episode, we need to talk about how to build the vocabulary. But let us focus on the listening, and especially multiple choices, labeling the diagram, and I remember when you gave me maybe a practical tip, such as however, why, yes, and some buts. When you find this word, practice, maybe expect the answer will in the next sentence. Yeah.
Definitely. You can always expect that the answer is going to be shown in the next sentence. So you just have to follow the course of the sentences. And if you don't find your answer very fast, go to the next question.
Okay, now I'll share this introduction and ask all seekers to prepare their questions. Bye.
No problem. Thank you so much. See you soon.